Atlantic Major prelims. I'm Matty Marshall with Rich Telford. Those are going to be fun ones, though. They have Sunday implications, and we've had crazy stories go down as Infamous and Xfactor are about to battle along with Houston Heat. Our big favorites here. I mean, Houston Heat has 3 Mercy Rule losses, and they're going to be taking on Columbus Level, the lowest seed in their division. Going to close it out with Impact and AC Diesel, Outlaws, and DMG. We also have some fun events coming up in this summer. We'll get to those in a bit, though. So here, jumping into this first point. What do you think about this one, Rich? This is going to be a fun one.
I'm excited. Archie get bounced. No, Archie got shot on the break. One body management. I'm very excited. I'm hoping both of these teams play really, really well. We have a good, close match here. Big fan of both of these teams. Infamous. Oh, Billy Branch goes through. Looks like you get Zach Patient out. So, Xfactor down to 3 bodies left alive. Meter Ninos in the snake corner. Rainey in the Dorito cake. And one of the players, I can't see who's, maybe Colt over there in the Dorito. Oh. Meter to get shot out of the snake corner. So only 2 players left alive for Xfactor, both on Dorito side. Infamous with 4 bodies left alive, Matt.
Yeah, so, and Infamous in a really good spot here on the snake side. All to themselves, Thomas Taylor here. And it's going to be a quick concession from San Antonio Xfactor. So real solid first point here to go up by 1 for Xfactor. Just dominant early.
Really good, man. Got that first early kill. Billy went through. That was their only offense, so once Billy went through, it was all Infamous.
Yeah, and look, Infamous second place at the last event. Best they've looked in a long time. Maybe with this roster, you know, I wouldn't say best ever because that team's so legendary and has had so many different runs. But Xfactor, you know, also getting Mercy ruled, but what a run they've been on the past couple seasons. Haven't got any sort of injury report from Cody Bayless, but they are incredibly deep even without Cody. I hope he's okay. Cody's a great guy, but they get Colt Roberts back. You can see in the replays, though, Colt getting worn out over there. And then that quick point here with Infamous putting one up. So now jumping in with Houston, Heat, and Level. Can Houston Heat have 4 Mercy Rule wins?
I feel like there's a really good chance.
I feel like if they Mercy Rule the teams that they played already, I feel like they shouldn't have a problem Mercy Rule and Level if they already have 3 against Xfactor, Heat, and Energy.
And they do lose their first attack on the Dorito side, but Ryan Moorhead's Oregon and Snake 2 making great shots across the field on the Dorito. And with Ryan there looking inside, they can't push down the center, they can't go down Doritos. Looks like Chad's backing him up now in the stand-up behind him. So 2 good attackers here on the Snake side for Houston Heat. Switching positions there. Looks like Chad's going to come up, play a little bit more of a blocker position inside for Ryan, and I like that. Although I like Ryan back at that Snake 2 more than I like him at that Snake 1.
Yeah, and Todd deciding to go with the line, this I wouldn't say necessarily second line, but one line has been absolutely phenomenal. They've mixed up a little bit. Ryan Moorhead getting shot out, though. Chad Boucher still alive on this side, and here comes Level into the 50-yard line. Can they do something with this position? Really have to worry about Chad, though.
Yeah,
Chad Boucher.
Constructive criticism there for Ryan. He played this Snake a little bit too much finesse there. A little bit too clever, a little bit too smart, a little too much repositioning. Sometimes you got to go down there and just wrap, get a couple kills.
Which is how he normally does it.
Exactly, and so.
Look at this inside run here for Level. He gets Chad, but he gets tore up by Nico Hyde. So I think it was Nico that was able to get that shot on. It might have been Monville, but Monville in the back corner bunker. But Level, this is what you want to see at Level. They're pushing the issue. You're not going to beat Houston Heat by hiding in the back.
For sure.
So you need to start running and cannonballing down the field. But unfortunately, it looks like getting shot cross field. So yeah. Nico's having a point.
Maybe 2-on-2, Matty?
Definitely 3 bodies left alive for Level. And 2 for Houston Heat.
So are you going to be playing any of the 10-mans coming up, Matty?
I just played a 10-man.
I know, but we were just talking about the exciting ICC that's coming up.
The ICC's potentially, not ICC. We are doing the ICC, the Iron City Classic, live. I'll be working at that one. We're going to do that one live. I can't wait. We also have an announcement we're going to be making pretty soon about an all-star game. Just going to throw that seed out there.
I love those 10-mans. Great opportunity to go back and kind of see a lot of people you haven't seen before, hang out with your friends.
Look at this, though. Big move on the D side here, executing Nico Hyde. So it's just Sam Monville in the back corner bunker here. See if Level can put this first point on the board and close this one out. It is I think it is a one-on-one. So Sam Monville must have been able to get a kill, or maybe it was Nico Hyde, but it does come down to a one-on-one. Gold coin at stake right now. Sam Monville, I think this might be the second time he's been in a one-on-one here, and in the same position in that back corner bunker.
Yeah, well, Sam is a consummate professional. You're going to rattle that dude.
Well, and also got paintball famous by winning low body situations, too.
Just a rock-solid guy. The guy who you want is as your anchor guy in that one-on-one situation. Shout out to Rob Anderson. He's out there watching us live from beautiful Mexico.
So can't see who this is for level.
Yeah, and it's still the first point of the match, right, Maddie? So it's 0-0 here. Is that right?
Yeah, but it's a tempo setter, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's crazy that it's down to a one-on-one, but then it's also crazy that we've already ticked off 4 minutes and 15 seconds here. Great reposition there by the level player.
Yeah, this was excellent. And
Sam picks him up, though.
Come on over and...
No, Sam has no idea, man.
Yeah, Sam doesn't know where he is. So Sam's still shooting inside. There's a little bit of a glare.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely nasty.
Woo, you never see that happen.
Number 21.
Nice moves,
I think
man.
that was Josh Lehman.
Josh Lehman or whoever you are. Amazing play there, buddy. Great job, man.
It was
Woo,
Josh
that
Lehman.
was amazing.
Hey,
he was got a clinic going on later. Let me know. I'll fly in.
Yeah, so Josh Lehman, playing the 3, the support role, so no surprise that he's in a one-on-one. And then, he's the team captain, former president of Akron University's NCPA Paintball Club. But look at this replay. So San Monville just loses him. But San Monville played great up until that point. You can see this execution and nice job. And this is what you want to see at a level. This is what they need to be doing against Houston Heat. So then Lehman here in this situation, he had the shot and he did not miss it. Actually, might have shot Monville twice. So Lehman, I got a coin for you. Come find me at the end of this game. That was a really good look for level.
Really good reposition there, man. That's the golden rule in one-on-ones is don't lose the dude. If you lose the other guy, then you got to back up off your bunker, open your gaps up a little bit, and really start figuring out where the worst-case scenario is, because that's probably where they are.
We've seen 13 points come down to one-on-ones.
I mean, nobody's counting, but it seems like 12 or 13, yeah.
13 for sure.
Okay. Xfactor showing the 2-1-2. Infamous going with the 2-1-2 as well. Changing up a little bit. Jaden over here in Snake 1. Jambros going forward. Rainey getting shot out of back center on the break there. Very, very rarely happens.
Yeah, Rainey is not a guy that you say, oh, Rainey Stanzik taking the early walk. That doesn't happen very often.
Sloppy Rainey Stanzik getting shot early again.
Not words that come out of my mouth on a regular basis.
No. No one's stopping Jambros here from going into that 50 snake because Xfactor's got no one in position to do so.
Oh, and look at this, though. Ridge is, Archie Montemure runs in and he gets torched, and then it looks like Cole Roberts is also going to take the walk. So things are not going well early on for Xfactor here. Is they're going to be dropping 2 to Los Angeles Infamous.
Man, this is crazy paintball times, my friend. Crazy paintball times.
Yeah, it just goes to show. We've been talking about this for a little while. And obviously, you got the haters out there like, no.
Well, haters can hate, Matt.
These low, and that's fine. That's part of it. They can hate all they want, but it's just how the world works. But you have this situation where we keep talking about how competitive pro paintball is getting and how refined some of these lower divisions their skills are getting, and the Thunders, the ML King beating Damage, and
the gap getting closer, right?
and the gap is getting closer, and maybe they're not winning games always, but definitely getting some good looks out here.
They're winning points, right?
And
eventually,
there.
Yeah, it's almost like hiking grams, equal ounces, equal pounds.
Yeah. And
you win enough points, you start winning matches, start winning events.
Yeah, and some of these teams still got a lot of work to do, but
all of them have a lot of work to do. Heat with 5 alive, 3 across the back, Dorito 1, Snake 1. Ryan Moorhead again in the attack position over here on the Snake side.
yeah, Ryan Moorhead here in good position in Snake 1, and then now crawling into that into Snake 1 is Level. And then here comes a pretty big bite in the center. So Level definitely rolling the dice here.
Oh, and he catches Ryan crossing the gap, Matty.
That is that just perfect timing too.
Perfect timing.
Gets in there and guns up.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, and Moorhead just didn't know he was there.
Nope, because he had just gotten there.
Yeah, he literally had just stepped in and kept his gun up and eyes that way, catches Moorhead. So
the definition of perfect timing.
And now they're going to double up in that center.
I love when they get up the middle. I mean, when they get up the middle, and because they're such good gunfighters, they do really, really well. It's just they don't seem to get up there as often as they need to.
And if you're a team like Level, obviously a huge test with Heat here. They have one, they're looking good in this point, but teams like Thunder, teams like Diesel, you got to look at how some of those teams have been doing and looking as Tyler Harmon walking off early, I think for maybe the first time here at this event.
Ever.
But you got to look at those other teams that have come up and gotten better and think, okay, it's possible, man. This is possible.
It's gotta give you hope, right?
With the right work ethic and some time. So doubling up in that center in a real strong position here for Columbus level.
I just got a text from Arslan, and his math says that if Xfactor loses, they're out.
Really? Well, that would put them
He is
at
certainly
2-2.
the smartest.
Like, no matter what the spread is?
I'll look at my text again. Good trade out there for the level player. Taking out Ryan Smith there.
Arslan, if you're listening, do the math for us, because I know you're smart. So if Xfactor, you're saying if Xfactor loses, they're out. What if they lose by 1? You know, I mean, is that going to be the same thing? Oh, so level, throwing a couple bodies away here. And that's the tough thing when you are pushing into a team like Heat.
For sure. They're never out of it.
Yeah, they're never
they
out
never
of it.
give up.
As long as a body is alive, they have a chance.
Is that like Fedorov or Mishka over there?
I think it might be Fedorov, and he's completely tucked into the Dorito. And
almost
I can't
impossible
see.
to kill that guy.
Closing the gap here. Can they put their second point up on in a row? And they're going to run the inside.
Arslan says if Xfactor loses, they are out and Diesel is in.
So it's Mishka.
Mishka. Da. Thank you, Arslan.
So level going up by 2 on Houston Heat.
I mean, we called it.
What is going on right now?
Dude, it's Wacky Wednesday.
Are we living in alternative land right now?
Do we slip into another universe, another timeline?
I mean, Houston Heat might be sleeping on level, apparently, because they have nothing but Mercy Rule wins. Houston Heat Mercy Ruled Energy Elite.
Level?
No.
Nothing but Mercy Rule wins?
No. Did I say that?
No, that's what I was.
Oh.
By the way, based on the way they're playing.
Oh, here in this one. Yeah, so Heat Mercy Ruled Energy Elite, and then yesterday they Mercy Ruled Xfactor and Infamous in one day. About as good as it's going to get for you to have 3 Mercy Rule wins coming to play your lowest ranked team, but they have squandered these first 2 points here. And Xfactor, according to Arslan Hussein, if they get knocked, it says, so Arslan, the text says, Xfactor lose, they're out, Diesel's in. If DMG wins, Damage is out. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
If Xfactor and Damage both don't make Sunday, the changing of the guard is
will
real.
Get shut down, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's always, what have you done for me lately? But, wow, I mean.
All of a sudden, all these high-level players start floating around on different teams. Oh, no, I'm out of here, man. I'm not playing with these losers anymore. Rainey and Billy Bernacchi over here pushing through the snake side of the field for Xfactor.
Yeah, Billy Bernacchi is in a really good position right now, and I'm wondering if Xfactor knows that that's the situation. And again, that's not official.
No, if Arslan said it, it's official, guys.
Now, unless Rail hits me up or Jason hits me up, then it's not official. Chris Rail and Jason Trojan. Oh, look at this. So right now, Billy Bernacchi is just dominant over here on the snake side for San Antonio Xfactor.
It's like Xfactor's getting into this match, Matty. Could be down by 1 with a little bit less than 12 and a half left.
Yeah, I thought that Xfactor would be okay, just based on how big their win was against Rebel.
Xfactor.
Well, yeah. Oh, it's Xfactor? They're fine. They're going to make
Sunday.
Sunday.
Fine. They'll work it out.
Yeah, because it has been maybe 6 years since they've missed a Sunday, 7 years. It's been a long time.
I wish we knew exactly when that was. I sure do.
Look, I'm talking right now, man. If you want to talk for the next couple minutes, then I can go and try to find out. But
would you really go and try to find out?
I mean, I feel like I have to plug my computer back in.
I mean, it's just pertinent information.
Can somebody get on APPA and do the work for me? That would be great, because we don't have any interns.
I feel like you should have this all memorized, Matt.
I mean, doing the best I can over here. I feel like
the fact that you can remember 6 years ago is just amazing.
So level is up by 2 against Houston Heat.
And good on level, man, because I surely thought that this was going to be a smashing.
Well, here comes that first line back out for Houston Heat. So let's see how level does against the line that's been absolutely merciless.
Let's see what happens when Chad George gets in the snake.
Yeah, so Fedorov's in. They got Mishka. Looks like Chad George is back. And let's check in again with Lauren as this point starts.
Thanks. Yeah, right before going into this point, energy was pretty low in the Heat pit. Todd Martinez got them into a huddle and was screaming at the top of his lungs that this is not when they get down. This is when they get up and show who they are as Heat, who they've been all weekend, and beat Level Up.
Yeah, again, dude, they're 3-0 with 3 Mercy Rule wins. I just did not think this is how things are going to start, considering that Level Up's been struggling out here. But, you know, when you play offense, Rich, this is what happens sometimes.
This is what happens.
So clearing out the snake here. Yeah, get Chad George off the field if you're level. And then Tyler's going to get out wide. Oh, major penalty going to be assessed on, I think that was Politi. drawn that major. That is not what level needed right now. And then once that red flag went up, Tyler Harmon intelligently just goes right into the 50-yard line to try to close this one out, put their first point on the board with under 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's real good at the math, and knowing 3 are going to leave this side of the field, leaving 2 on the other side of the field, and there's no one to stop him from coming this way. Smith is following him up. Smith going, releasing on the inside.
Smith been having a good tournament here for Heat. He's on the inside trying to work with Tyler to pinch these last couple players out for Columbus level who are on that D side, kind of stuck in those back spots, D1 and the cake. Tyler's going to have a real good angle. He's going to go up to the next position. And he's just going to have a real crisp little kill on the cake, and then that is going to do it. So nice job by Tyler Harmon and Ryan Smith.
Well, Modesto strong. Tyler Harmon, good point there. Back in this match. Just like both of these matches, I think, shocking. And didn't expect level to be up by 2.
Well, I wouldn't say it's shocking that Infamous is up on Xfactor, but it is shocking that level is up on Heat.
Yeah. Well, it just, again, kind of going back, the teams don't look bad. They just don't look quite as polished as they normally do. And then the teams at the middle of the pack or the lower pack teams look better than they normally do, it seems like. I'm telling you, it's Freaky Friday, bro. Something's going on. It's either something in the dust. I'd say something in the water, but there's too much dust. So
I mean, I feel like it's Saturday, but, you know, if you want to say it's Freaky Friday, that's cool.
I'm not saying it's Friday. I'm saying there's something different.
I mean, you did use the word Friday, so that's kind of where I was leaning with it.
I'm going to throw you off. Here goes Infamous, up by a point.
Yeah, Infamous up by a point. 10 seconds to go before the start of this next one here, and
looks like Archie's going to go outside Dorito's side with Colt Roberts.
So it is definitely close on the fan wagon predictions. Make sure you get your picks in for the draft tomorrow, and pick your players as there's a gun at stake.
Jesse Stevens right to the snake on the break, Matty. I like to see that. Jesse traditionally will go right to that 50 and wrap. I'd love to see that aggressiveness out of him.
Yeah, Jesse's been really consistent on getting to this spot. Now it looks like Jonah Jamrose is going to be in front of him and battling, try to get position as well too, but he might have just got clipped, and he does. So Xfactor trying to scrap and stay in this match here and tie it up.
Greg Sewers is really smart to get out of that cake before Jesse Stevens could wrap and get that kill, Matty.
And that's a tough death for Jonah, because look, you got a lead here against Xfactor. There's a lot of time. I know you got Jesse in front of you, and he wants to giddy up because that's his job, but maybe just should have paused a little moment.
Yeah, because Rainey caught him. Yeah. Rainey knew he was going to come, just sat there and waited on him. Greg Sewers gets shot out now, and so does the attacker on the drill side. Look like Thomas Taylor as well. Jesse Stevens coming through, looking inside, wrapping for more kills. Not sure if he knows the corner is hot. He does.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor's going to come out to try to get a shot on Jesse, but Jesse's just posted up inside.
It's going to be 2-2, Matty. With lots of time back, we can have a good match here. Perhaps we will get the bloodbath we were hoping for. Yeah, I really like Jesse Stevens taking that snake on the break. And I really like Rainey and Neener behind him. That's a good little 3-pack right there. Like the way Xfactor's playing the field, they've got 3 dedicated snake side, 2 dedicated Dorito side. One of the Doritos is looking in, one of the snakes is looking in. So they've got basically all 3 assets of the field covered completely.
And just a great look for Xfactor after going down 2, and now they're just going to post up and wait for Infamous to concede the point, try to burn a little clock off here. It's going to be tied. It's Archie talking to the ref. It's like, yeah, man, I got these badass new guns coming out. I'm selling them out in 15 seconds. I'm going to have Series 3 coming out pretty soon here. So, yeah, if you want to pick one up, man, you know, hit us up. Have you seen the guns that Archie's been doing?
I think it's Project
X. They're literally selling out in like...
And the price point's pretty high, right?
Yeah, they're they're top line expensive guns.
12,000.
Yeah, they're really expensive, but
nice.
But they're selling out. They're making super limited runs, but he's selling them out in like, I mean, it's ridiculous. I was talking to him about it. It's like 5 minutes, like maybe less than that. Like it might even be like a minute if they're selling them out.
That's what I like to hear.
But it was just cool. We're seeing like the Tribal Ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, the Hormesis
actually putting back
enjoy paintball. It's just kind of cool to see all these guys like taking the initiative to start these small companies and do it themselves. And it's awesome that the support they're getting because they're making cool products, man. It's not like I'm gonna make trash and try to sell it to try to make a money grab. No, they're making really cool stuff because they believe in it.
I'm gonna get as much trash as I can to Walmart.
Yeah, or Infamous starting their brand. It's just across the board. It's really cool. Speaking of which, this game brought to you by Lux, and you know, really excited to see what's going to be going down at the ICC. We got the Shocker up for the prize on Fantasy. And Houston Heat been rocking the Luxes since the beginning.
Chad George eliminated on the break, Matty. That's a big hit for Houston Heat.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do, man. You're playing Houston Heat, and Chad George has been slaughtering people, just cutting heads off with a broadsword. Then put guns on them, man.
Kind of like you were talking about earlier, though. Unfortunately, when you're playing against Houston Heat now, you kill Chad George, and now you got to deal with Tyler Harmon.
Yeah.
Peel off the first layer of that onion, it just gets sweeter.
Tyler Harmon feeling the pressure, though. Level is looking so much better here in this event.
They
Or, I'm
really
sorry,
are,
not this event, but
This
this game,
match,
this
yeah.
match, yeah.
They looked pretty good the last match,
the
too, right?
pressure, the moves, the fearlessness. I mean, this is what I want to see Level look like all the time.
This is how they have to play.
Which is weird because Heat's the best team that they played so far, at least on what we've seen, and they look better than they looked against. I just don't get it. Where's the fearlessness when they're playing a team that they're closely ranked to? And when you actually still have a chance to make Sunday.
Yeah. Well, you know, something I learned with some of the guys coming up in the assessment program is some guys really have a hard time dealing with the pressure, Matty. Right now, there's no pressure on Level, right? They kind of know exactly where they're at this event. So this game is academic, right? There's really no pressure on them, so they can just go out and play their best and hope things work out without any, you know, ramifications, basically. Houston Heat's in other position here. They're still fighting for their lives. They're still trying to figure the field out. They're trying to win this event. And they probably thought they'd be up by 4 or 5 points in this.
The way that, I mean, let's be honest here. The way that we saw Heat play, Mercy ruling every single team that they've played so far. This is the lowest ranked team that they've played so far. I thought this game would be over in 6 minutes.
I did too.
And the score would be 6-0.
That's exactly what I thought, Matty.
Again, just being honest.
Yeah.
Based
Again,
on what we saw out of Level against lower ranked teams.
Wow, great move by Level, going back, almost catching the Judo 4 player there for Houston Heat.
But yeah, because you know, I love Pando, I love Robbie Goldsmith, and I've seen some of these guys in the NCPA events. So the talent's there, but I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that it definitely has to do with the fact that maybe they're just feeling the pressure. You know, in the beginning of the events, knowing how important everything is, and they still have a chance to make Sundays if they have a good event. But now here, well, look, the governor's off. You can go as fast as you want because you're not going to make it.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, they're looking their best against Heat. Like,
yeah.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Ben Tai, I don't know if you remember Ben Bui Tai, little Ben Tai.
So look at this, and now Fedorov's getting run down.
Wow.
And now doubling up and pushing on the D side. So, and Heat's playing on their heels. And Level controls every single one of their players. They have 5 bodies alive, and they are at all the 50s.
Oh.
And then Tyler runs into a gun.
Tyler got baited there. Mishka gets shot out now. It's only 1 player left alive in this corner. I don't know if it's Smith. Yeah, he's got stinked out as well.
Yeah, and Level's going to have a 2-point lead with 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
And again, if
we're living in the bizarro world right now.
If Dave and Robbie can take something away from this, I really believe it's the fact that Level right now doesn't feel the stress and pressure they usually feel when they have to win games. And if you guys can figure out how to take the pressure and stress off of those guys, they're going to perform better for you, man. I don't know.
These are all college paintball players. They should be shotgunning beer
in between the games.
Shotgunning beers in the pits. That's what I'm saying.
Do.
I'm just throwing it out there. Pando,
if you're
Robbie,
shotgunning, let's just do.
Just take it back
bodies.
to the NCPA. Yeah. Just shotgun beers in the pits. And maybe I don't know what you guys need to do. Yeah, like Rich said, just loosen these guys up a little bit. Whatever you guys need to do.
San Diego.
And yeah, it's just, but they look really good. That was an excellent point. They did everything perfectly in that point. They shot Chad George early. They controlled Tyler Harmon. Tyler couldn't do anything. Tons of pressure. They took ground in the center. They bunker out Fedorov, who was trying to make something happen, and he was unstoppable yesterday.
So
that was beautiful.
Not only did they play all the spots and do everything they needed to do, they didn't make any mistakes on top of that, and that's huge. Because a lot of times they play pretty well, they get in those positions, but then you just see them getting peeled off left and right here. Zach Patient into Snake 2 for Infamous. Infamous is 2-2 here with a little bit less than 10 minutes left. Xfactor started a little bit slow. Just to come back and tie it up. Billy Bernaccia, Rainey, and Meter again, the 3 on the Snake side for Xfactor. Xfactor is a little predictable in the sense that they're doing almost the exact same breakout plan every time with the same bodies, Matty. They lose their first player, their Ninos, in the corner.
Yeah,
taking a walk.
Nino's taking the walk. They have in this tie ball game more time in this one, 9:30 to go, and they control that 50. So this is what I'm kind of asking Infamous, like, where's that aggression that you had before? You know, you have the aggressive players. They have ground right now. I mean, they're in Snake 1. They got good position in the tower, but they got beat to the 50 here. So
yeah,
Xfactor's controlling the pace of this game right now.
I feel like Infamous is trying to play defensive on this field, and I don't know that this field is conducive to playing defense. I feel like they still got a guy in the back center. He's very vulnerable. They can't really attack this Snake here with Zach looking inside, and the Dorito 1's going to get shut down as well. So they've got all defense here, and if they don't, if Xfactor doesn't attack and dinks out these guys one at a time, kind of like they have in the past, then Infamous got to go back, scratch their head, and come out and hopefully play a little more aggressive. Rainey putting a lot of pressure on Zach Patient. Zach Patient's in that snake too, looking inside. Thomas Taylor's in the back center there, looking Dorito side for Infamous. Billy Bernacchi in that snake, really trying to figure out what he's got to do to make it happen.
Yeah, Billy Bernacchi just biding his time, knows he has a ton of time to work with. You don't find a more experienced snake player than Billy Bernacchi.
How long have Billy Bernacchi and Thomas Taylor been going back and forth?
So Chris Rail he is listening to the webcast because he's like, I heard my name on the webcast, what's up? Got a text from him right now. I said, if Xfactor loses, are they out for sure no matter the score? And he said, yep. So Xfactor in a must-win situation right now.
I believe I said Arslan said that earlier.
I know, but
and
what did I say? If I don't hear it from Chris Rail or Jason Trojan, then it ain't official.
Sorry, Arslan, he's got no comment. He doesn't believe in you like I do.
I said that Arslan's intelligent, and I was appreciative of his giving us the information. And that also now gives a lot more credit to Arslan that he was correct.
Well, he's probably the one called and told Chris. Zach Patient really communicating well here, Matt. Still sitting in that same bunker, but turning around, talking to Callie, passing that on to Thomas. Harrison Fry's in that Dorito playing defense. I don't know that I like Infamous's game plan here because it's a very good defensive game plan, but they're not up by 2 or 3 points. It's an even game, and they've already let Billy get into the snake. And now Billy's going to get that first kill there on Callie. Obviously, a lot of experience on that team. I don't need to tell those guys how to play paintball, but I don't like the way they play.
That is an absolutely huge kill for San Antonio Xfactor right now. And again, with the confirmation, Xfactor has to win or they will be missing their first Sunday in maybe half a decade.
And I'm pretty sure they know that. I mean, Rainey's one of the smarter. I mean, we know a lot of smart guys in paintball, but Rainey is certainly one of those smarter guys. You'd have to think that he would know that. Zach Patient's working so hard here to try to get Billy Bernacchi out of the snake. He's played 3 different positions against him.
It's like, come on, Billy, give me something.
Come on, Billy.
Give me something,
Come on,
Billy. Give me something to shoot at. Billy's
Don't
like,
be so
no,
stingy,
I have
Billy.
the most important bunker on the field, and I'm not going to squander it.
Well, and Rainey's watching over.
So now Billy launches, though, and begging for a penalty is Zach Patient, but he's not going to get it as they trade out. But Rainey Stanzik is right behind Billy, and there is no one behind Patient. So the advantage is going to go to Xfactor with Rainey Stanzik being in a great position.
There for Rainey, and he almost catches Harrison Fry. If it wasn't for Harrison Fry's cat-like reflexes.
Well, he might have, as the referee is going to get in there and check him out.
Oh,
we're going to see a major, minor? Is that a red?
Minor, because he didn't shoot his gun.
I was going to say, I saw like a maroon flag go up. I don't know if that's like a dirty yellow or what it was, but it's getting a little shadowy out here.
Yeah,
but
Greg's going back there, but
yeah, he's looking at a lot of bodies.
Travis, you just can see this.
Greg's doing whatever he can, but this is a matter of time. Yeah, and that was just a well-played and executed point by Billy Bernacchi, Rainey Stanzik, Archie Montemayor. Nice
What do you think of the game plan there? Did it look D-ball, right?
For Infamous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we know that just doesn't work out here right now.
I mean,
typically doesn't work, but
our opinions, right?
Of
that's
course.
all we have is our opinions, but I'm kind of surprised they have such a good aggressive lineup.
Guys are getting dialed in on their shots, so we are watching a lot of bodies start to come off the break, particularly more on the D side, but definitely on the snake side as well too. Xfactor likes to risk things, especially with Billy. And I mean, we saw, if you go back to World Cup when Billy was getting shut down by Dynasty, they're just going to keep rolling him. But anyway, he makes it, right? So then Patient's doing everything he can. The big kill there was, couldn't see who was behind him, but that death right there, that was crucial. It was Callie. So yeah, that was a crucial kill there for Xfactor. And then just how intelligently and smart that Billy Bernacchi was playing that, and then just having Rainey so close. It's always that question as the two, what are you going to do? Like how, as this, they're just burning a ton of time off here and just waiting in the shade. But, as the two, how close are you going to be, right? But we've been seeing time and time again, Rainey now likes this tower a lot. So Rainey goes to the tower. He's close to Billy. He's made some shots from there. And then if Billy dies, he's able to fill. If Billy runs through, he's able to fill.
The second Billy died, he
was perfect.
Outside, putting the pressure across.
And it was close. It was a bang-bang move. So Billy went in there and got traded out with Patient. Patient was waiting for that, being patient. And he was begging for the penalty. He didn't get it.
And I love the way Zach played that. He played the beginning of that point super defensively, crossing the field up, time to go to work. He comes inside, waits for him. He doesn't goes to the next one, doesn't go for him.
Patient looks good, man. He's had some really good looks out here. He had, big break from the game. He kind of quasi-retired, and then I talked to him for a bit on Thursday. He's got a smile. Patient's always got a smile on his face.
I feel like guys like that come in and are super like hot and heavy and just kind of get super frustrated really fast. Sometimes when they take that year or two off, they come back and they've got that maturity. They've learned everything they kind of needed to learn, but they're not as now they're mature enough to be able to use it.
We actually talked about that, and he was talking about how, you know, over time and how he feels, you know, because he's a grown-ass man now. So yeah, so this, I mean, so as we're having these conversations, they are still just burning the time off here. But this, it is interesting. If I haven't got confirmation that if Infamous wins, if they lose, if they win, they'll be 3-1, they're in. If they lose and they go 2-2, I'm not sure if that sends them home. Well, let's listen in to Greg real quick.
Thanks for not saying anything, Greg.
If I'm in the money, I don't think he can shoot you on the inside. Because if he looks inside at all, I fuck him up. So okay, you're pretty safe. It's pretty safe.
I love those jerseys, man.
Me too.
Infamous always has just the nastiest
They always got the new
swag.
outfits.
Yeah, they always, the skeleton crew. Yeah, those are awesome jerseys. I need to get one of those. But yeah, so if Xfactor loses, they're out. Now they are alive and just waiting to hit this buzzer, and they will wait until there's a second left and hit it and then go on. But
Infamous is undefeated so far.
or
they dropped
no, Infamous got mercy ruled by Heat.
That's right.
So Infamous is 2-1, Xfactor's 2-1. If Xfactor wins, they're on. But if they lose, they're going home because they don't have the margin.
According to
I'm waiting to get let's see. Chris Rell says Infamous could lose by 1 and maybe 2 and have a shot, depending on the other bracket with Impact Diesel, Outlaws, and DMG. So maybe that's the situation. Infamous knows that. They must have done the numbers, but maybe Lauren has something for us. Lauren, what do you got? Yeah, so again, let's check in with Lauren.
Yeah, so as the Xfactor players are sitting on the field, it's actually interesting. Billy Bernacchi or Ryan Brand are over here on the sidelines in the pit trying to signal to them to hit the buzzer. They're getting pretty frustrated. They want that buzzer hit. So it looks like it just happened, but they've been doing that for a solid minute.
Okay, so again, as I was saying, Chris Rail just hit me up and said that Infamous could lose by 1, maybe 2, and have a shot, depending on the other bracket, if they lose. Which they now don't have a lot of time left, and that's the situation. So now after a big, long wait, they've had a lot of time. So this could actually bode well for Heat. Now, Heat has had a long time to game plan, talk about what's going on. They're down by 2 to Columbus level, and there is not much time left. Now, there's definitely a decent amount to have another potentially 3 points. But if Level puts up 1 more and burns some clock, we could see Level beating Heat. That's not going to change anything. Level's still going home.
It's for sure going to change things.
No, it's maybe for the future. It's going to give them confidence.
That drive back is going to be so much better.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to definitely change their flame flight.
Chad George shot on the break again, Matty.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of sweet spotting Chad out, and that's what you need to do if you're playing Houston Heat. So I'll tell you what, Level definitely scouted Heat. Yep. Level and Robbie Goldsmith, Pando, they did their homework, and they did it well. Another body coming off.
3-on-5 advantage here for Level. Just like I said it probably would be.
You're such a psychic.
Tyler taking the early walk, too. Man, Houston, he's struggling here, Matty.
Well, he didn't let him. He did not. They were quick on the concession. Good job by Todd. Get it back to 5-on-5. But now Columbus Level is up by 3 with about 4 minutes to go. It's we're in the upside down, Rich.
It's definitely not Freaky Friday, okay?
It's not. Yeah, we went through this already. It's not Friday. Super weird Saturday.
Yeah.
That's okay. A little alliteration there. So
yeah, it's just I don't remember this an event where there was this many top teams and this many top players just
struggling.
And listen, the guys on this field, I have nothing but respect for them. They are the best paintball players in the world. But just like when I watch the best gymnasts, the best football players, when they don't look as good or when they struggle, it stands out because you expect such excellence from the top echelon.
Well, and depending on the level of competition, like, look, I mean, you could be, like, Mike Trout occasionally is going to go 0 for. You know, he's going to go a couple games where he just can't seem to get it. It's incredibly rare. He's the best baseball player of our generation. But it happens, you know. So if you're a top-level guy, top-level team, look, he didn't make it to Sunday at the last event. But they look a lot better except for this game. So it looks like Lauren has a little more info doing her homework down there. Lauren, what do you got for us?
Just running around down here, slaving. But I ran up to Travis Lemensky in the infamous pit and asked him why they didn't throw the towel sooner and let Xfactor just sit on the field. He said at this point they're playing a points game. They want to win, but if they're not going to win, they don't want to lose by a whole lot of points. So that was the strategy behind that.
It's called the Milo strategy, I believe.
The Bo Milo? Yeah, I mean, well, it's been around before Bo, but they've had to do it now so much because they just always go 2 and 2, except for this event. But yeah, so, and again, according to Chris Rail, who is the person in charge of keeping everything kosher on the scores and always doing all the math, he said, yeah, if Infamous, it does depend, but if Infamous can just lose by 1 or 2, they still have a pretty good chance of making it on. If Xfactor loses, that's it. They're out.
Night.
So this is a huge point right now. Can't overstate the importance of this point with just 2 minutes to go. And it looks like a body's going to be dropping. It's Greg Sewers coming off.
That's too bad for Infamous because Greg Sewers is playing so well at the middle / Dorito side for Infamous.
Yeah, that's a not complete disaster for him because they can maybe lock in and get a kill real quick. And actually did they get a kill? I want to see 4 bodies.
No.
Oh, no, it's Jesse. I lost him because Jesse Stevens is on their side of the field.
Snake assassinating people.
Yeah, Jesse Stevens has just been so good over here on the Snake side. Rightfully kind of getting a lot of spins.
Yeah, and playing it smart like Gonzalez, staying alive. Rainey's in a position to protect. Oh, and Rainey checks off.
And look at this, though. What a beautiful job by Callie Rudolph, who comes through.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, he checks off. So Rainey looking D side, not able to protect Jesse.
Rainey shoots Zach.
Yeah, so Zach Patient comes off, and then Callie Rudolph might have got pinched. No, he doesn't, but that was a beautiful move of Callie Rudolph, and then did Callie get a shot on Rainey? He did. I don't know if it was Callie, but we got 60 seconds to go. Callie Rudolph is going off right now, and then Archie Montemayor comes off on the D side, so just 2 bodies left alive right now, and there goes Colt Roberts taking the walk. It's Meter Ninos, constant survivor in the back corner bunker. Callie Rudolph is going off right now, but he just got shot. Meter Ninos holding it down, trying to keep his team in this tournament, and Xfactor loses this. Point's going to be tied and tournament at the stake here. That one kill that Meter just got on Callie, that might have sealed the deal here. 34 seconds left, and Infamous is not in position.
Inside 32 on 1.
They're not in position right now. They were not following Callie up.
No. 25 seconds.
Cody's got to get it going here. He head checks, looks at the clock, 20 seconds to go. He has to push in the guns. Cody has no choice.
Yeah, Meter's
and
in a good spot,
into the gun. There's only one.
Meter's in the best spot he can be in right now.
Past the 50-yard line, the referees are coming in. Here comes Cody. Cody's going to launch. Meter head checks perfectly and is able. He's going to trade out. No, Meter's still alive. Meter Ninos is balling out right now. And not enough time as Ryan Hall tries to run in to hit that buzzer.
Yeah,
and Meter Ninos just saved Xfactor's tournament. If Xfactor, I'm like, we don't know what would happen if it was tied. And as it goes forward, maybe Xfactor still wins. But Meter Ninos played amazing right there. That was a gumption veteran play right there.
Winning one-on-ones, winning that. He's playing really well.
Meter's
that. Fuego.
Yeah, it just, oh man, Meter Ninos, respect. Let's look at this replay. But Callie Rudolph was going off too, but he definitely. So he goes in, he gets the drop in on Jesse. And then here comes Cody trying to close things out. He basically head checked.
Oh, he got shot right there. Oh, Cody's lucky.
Yeah, but then he gets punked out by Meter. So here's Meter, just perfect timing. Realized that he knows there's one more body over there. He knows that player has to push forward. He pops over the top. He stays alive. They have the 1-point lead, and that was it, man. Meter Ninos, you are the MVP in that specific moment.
Houston Heat. Oh, they dropped the first attack on the drill side. Oh, they didn't get him.
Yeah, now the question is, can Houston Heat come back on Level? Because they're down by 3, they have 4 minutes to work with. Level going to be dropping a body. Why did they not take any ground?
I don't know. They lost their attack on the Snake side, but he was going to the corner, not going forward.
Well, they do shoot out Sam Monville, so
here comes the penalty.
4-on-4. Oh, penalty assessed here on Houston Heat.
I saw the Dorito guy get shot in the pack going in, Matt, and I was like, oh, I guess I missed it. But yeah, he definitely had his.
And it's Fedorov. So Fedorov gets shot, gets a penalty. It pulls out Mishka, and now another body coming off is Chad George. So
Tyler Harmon, last one alive.
And talking about grinding their gears, man, he looks terrible right now against Level.
He needs to concede this, and Level needs to slow down and take as long as they can possibly take to shoot Tyler Harmon.
And intelligently, Todd is going to concede the point because Level had a bunch of bodies. They have not a massive lead, but a pretty sizable lead now considering the time.
Yeah.
And it was just Tyler Harmon. So what is going on here, man? This is great for Level. 5-1 on Houston Heat, who did nothing but murder people in their first 3 games.
I wonder if there's something going on that we're just not picking up on, like someone's got bad pain or. Not one person, but like one of the brands is bad or something, because there's just a lot of weird things going on.
I don't think so. They've probably been shooting the same paint the whole event. I mean, then everyone was breaking on everyone with 3 mercy rules. I mean, you know, they came into this one, you know, they win by 6, win by 6, win by 6. So they're sitting at a plus 18, 3-0, heading into play level, the lowest ranked squad who hasn't been able to get anything going. He was, you know, got mercy ruled by Energy Elite. So
better give Level some confidence and some excuse to go and do
again,
work.
like we talked about, look what happens when you take the pressure off. You take the reins off. Hey guys, let's go play this one for fun. Let's play this one for pride.
Yeah, you're welcome for figuring that out for you, Robbie. You owe me one now. Nice and calm in the pit. Have to feel good, right, Matt?
They've got to. I mean, they're playing.
I mean, in Houston Heat before this, like
nobody looked as good as Houston
Unstoppable.
Heat. Nobody. I mean, again, we just crunched the numbers, but when everyone was asking me, oh, how's everybody look? Who are the favorites? Just talk through it, and I'm like, the top team right now is Heat. That's the team to beat right now. So I mean, unless you were watching another game.
Nobody told Level, unfortunately.
Let's go Level!
Yeah, there's Dave Pando, owner of the team, and got an awesome facility in Columbus, Ohio.
Is he still modeling, or? I know he's busy with the family.
Occasionally, he models,
Okay.
you know, when he needs to,
Yeah.
but you know, he's got his own business going on now, so he doesn't really need the
businesses.
modeling money anymore. So wow, okay, so 4-point spread here. Houston Heat needs to get something going.
And you know Houston Heat has to just be thinking, listen, just get to your bunkers. Just Todd's like, gotta be, just get to your bunkers. Just stay alive for 30 seconds. You guys will start shooting people.
Todd's got to be shaking his head. Yeah, and that's when you're in this point. That's what you got to be thinking here. So Fedorov's exploring in the center. Here comes Houston Heat. They got 3 minutes to work with the score, 4 to tie.
Tyler Harmon moving up the center, wrapping that snake tail, getting a kill.
So as we're watching Heat try to filter in here and make something happen here and come back, let's check in again with Lauren. It looks like she has something for us.
Yeah, the energy in Heat's pit has completely shifted, as you can imagine. Even with only 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, down 2 points, they seemed confident. They weren't worried. Now it's a different story. They wanted to go into this undefeated, and they are just losing time and the ability to do that. So we'll see if they can get some fast points here.
Well, this one is definitely going their way. Only 2 bodies left alive for Level. There's 2:27 left. They need to just tuck in as tight as possible and force Houston Heat to run them down. Do not gunfight, but be very careful. The seconds are precious for you right now, Level. Houston Heat can hit that gas pedal with anybody out there. So just don't die in these gunfights right now. Make these guys bunker you out. And that's what that D1 player did. He wore it like he's supposed to wear it right now.
Took it like a champ for the team.
So
Guys should be high-fiving him going in there. 2:02 left with a score of 2-5, level up by 3 points. Even for Houston Heat, it's going to be tough for them to score 3 points in 2 minutes to force this into overtime.
Yeah. Totally
capable of doing, but it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to execute perfectly.
Yeah, so yeah, they are. That's just not much time left, right? I mean, even if Heat for 3, I mean, they're staggered attack every single time. They have no choice.
No choice.
Well, they do have a choice. They're going to be in no matter what. So they don't have to win this game.
True.
I mean, we are kind of getting excited about this because we just didn't think that this is going to happen. I'd like to see, can I see the fan wagon statistics, guys down in the booth?
I think it was like 94.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw a 90 to 90 and some change to barely anything of underdog win with ML Kings taking down damage. This one has got to be even worse than that as far as the fan wagon picks. It's got to be like 98-2 probably.
I think it was 96-4.
96-4?
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, so I should have paid more attention.
Hey, if you want to win fantasy sports, pick the underdogs and have them win. That's how you
make the money. Again, level up by 3 points here.
And also make sure to get your picks in for the draft tomorrow. You got a Smart Parts Shocker at stake. So, wow. Crazy turn of events here. We still got one more set to go. And interesting story with Impact and the Ironman since the Ironman beat Impact. The Ironman's still going to get knocked out. They go 1-3. But maybe play the spoilers. Now, I need to text Rail. If Impact loses to Diesel and it sends them to 2-2, what does that happen? Rail, if you can hear me, please give me that information. 20 seconds to go before the start of this next one.
Arsenal's texting that Aftermath is definitely in and Damage is definitely out.
Wow. Tampa Bay Damage is going home.
Excuse me.
Pro paintball is getting very interesting.
It is, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Level up. Snake 2 on the brakes. Get in there clean. Good job. 3 in back center, though, for level. Guessing that wasn't the game plan. Guessing that was an audible of some kind.
Did it produce a kill? It did. It did produce a kill.
Chad George to the 50 Snake, though, Maddie.
And it didn't get anyone shot, so that is kind of bizarre in and of itself. We haven't seen anyone triple up that back center.
No. Maybe it was Kismet.
Well, we got 2 bodies here with Chad George and Tyler Harmon with 1 minute and 37 seconds left.
Yeah, level up looking just to get as much time off this clock as they can, play as slow as they can, not get any penalties. Chad George hunting. Getting caught there. Another Heat player taking a walk, another Heat player taking a walk. I see 2 level players and at least 1 Heat player.
Yeah,
maybe
but this is now going Level's way. I mean, Level's looking like they're going to take this win here. But this is also so huge for Level's possibility of not getting relegated. Here comes Tyler Harmon. Tyler Harmon threading through and getting those last 2 kills. What a great job by Tyler. And I think that we have any Houston Heat players left, though.
If they were, they should be sprinting in and hit that buzzer.
I don't see anybody left on Houston Heat. So Tyler does go through and get himself a 2-pack, but he's forced to trade. Oh, they're saying stop it, so I'm wondering.
Because they thought there was another player.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so that's probably, that should give Level Up the win. If that's a no point, that's probably going to give Level Up the win. And what I was saying, you know, when we had Mike up here, and he was talking about if you're Columbus Level, so what's at stake here? Okay, they're not going to move on to Sunday, right? But if you take last place again, and don't get those seed points, it puts you so low. You have to have 2 huge events to not get relegated.
Or get like top 4 or something.
Yeah, so it's, you know, this, I don't know how this is going to, what this is going to put Level at as far as their seed is concerned overall, but if they can stay out of that 20th place, I mean, it's really going to help them out. Yeah, there's, again, Dave Pando suiting up his guys here, and Coach Robbie Goldsmith. So it looks like Lauren Kelly has Colt Roberts. Let's listen in.
I do. Thanks, Maddie. Colt, congrats on that win. But, man, it's been a grinder this weekend for Xfactor. First of all, I have to say we missed you. We're happy to have you back.
Glad to be back.
In general, kind of break down how you feel Xfactor is playing so far in the prelims.
Well, I mean, I thought the first day we were kind of playing the field wrong. We adjusted some things. I think we played a little bit better today. And just going forward, trying to fix some stuff. You know, we had a little struggle first day, but I think we kind of got it figured out.
What's some stuff? You got to be more specific for me.
I just feel like on this field, if you're not attacking, you're probably going to lose. And I don't think we were really attacking as much as we should be. So today we kind of focused on getting up in the mix and being in the right spots to win points.
I know you don't want to give anything away, but in general, right spots. Is there a side of the field or a zone that you feel is more powerful than the other?
No, I think you can win from, you know, you can run from the Dorito side, Snake side, up the middle. Obviously, being in all 3 is kind of the ideal thing. Just balancing the field, keeping pressure on both sides, and kind of pinching people in the back is kind of the key.
Cody got injured. Any updates on him?
No updates yet. We think he might have blown his hamstring out, so no ligaments, which we think is pretty good, but yeah, we don't know yet.
All right, well, back up to you guys.
Hamstrings, those are tough ones too. So Houston Heat now with less than a minute to go and down by 3, probably going to be taking a loss here. Unless they can come up with something miraculous. They're going to be losing D's-on. They do shoot a body, and it looks like Level just needs to not get a major right now.
Yep.
And they shoot 2 bodies. So Houston Heat with, 40 seconds left to go. Still have to work out 3 bodies. Try to put another one on the board. Here comes Ryan Moorhead trying to find, and there goes another body coming off the Level. Still looking at 2 bodies. Ryan Moorhead gets shot out. Level might be losing that back center player. Got to be careful not to be getting a penalty here. Ooh, almost did. Oh, and he does. He gets a minor. So I was thinking, that's probably a penalty. So Tyler is going to jog in, and well, I hear the buzzer going off. There was only 3 seconds left, and Tyler didn't hit it, and I don't think Level would concede in this situation, so I'm not sure.
Last player pulled on a penalty. Gets
oh, so no point.
Swing point.
Oh, sorry. Oh, last player pulled. Yeah, swing point. Under 10 seconds, yes. Okay, so, well, Level's going to take a victory here against Houston Heat, man. Good job, Level. There you guys go. There you go, Robbie. There you go, Dave. So are they going to burn the 8 seconds off, or are we going to see
What are they arguing about?
another point?
The margin is not going to matter, I guess. It might matter to somebody else. It's not going to matter to Houston Heat or to Level Up.
Yeah. I mean, maybe for seed points, but I don't know. I mean, there's 8 seconds left. Every time we play an 8-second point, it's just meaningless. It goes out. Everyone blazes their guns for 8 seconds and tries not to get a major. So just waiting for official confirmation to see if we can sign off and head into this next match. Yeah, so it does look like they are getting a review here on that last one. So we do have the next set ready to go, and it's going to be Edmonton Impact taking on AC Diesel. And with Impact sitting at 2-1, if Diesel can get a win there, could make things interesting. Also, Outlaws sitting at 1-2, with DMG, I believe, also at 2-1. So we're still trying to figure out who's going to be making it on to Sunday.
Train wreck.
This is definitely one of the most interesting tournaments on Saturday afternoon that we've seen in a while. Trying to figure out who's going to make it and who's not. Damage already going home. Aftermath's going to be in. Xfactor is going to be in. Ironman are out. Don't know if Impact, Diesel, Outlaws, DMG still to be decided. I think the Outlaws, because of the plus-minus, even if they win, maybe if they mercy rule DMG, but they'll probably be going home. So yeah, still waiting for official confirmation. It does look like they are going to be playing a point as we got bodies out there. So yeah, so look at this elbow right here. Looking for a potential, is he going to be wiping that off? Oh yeah. Oh, not this one on this one right here? No, man,
that little thing?
That was just spray. So apparently that was what was called for. I mean, that is just Level. What are you doing? You're winning, man.
At least it wasn't on his goggles.
Pointless. It's not a 1-point game.
So it looks like Level not only lost that point, but they're gonna be starting.
That is just
down 2 players here. So 3 on 5.
I couldn't see who that was, but that guy needs to be running laps at the next event. Push-ups, laps, ring of fire, something. You can't be doing stuff like that. 2-body, 2-point spread now, but not just. I think 8 seconds left.
Give or take.
Well, maybe, I don't know, did they put time on the clock? More time?
No.
Yeah.
They're not going to add time.
And it's going to be, 8 seconds. So here comes Houston Heat. Can we see an 8-second point? Chad Boucher is going to go all the way through. He might have got it. Oh, I think Chad Boucher to score an 8-second point?
He did.
Oh, my God. Chad Boucher. Chad.
And actually, there was like a second left when he hit it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we've seen a 9-second point. I don't think we've ever seen an 8-second point.
Well, we have now. It can't be happening.
Yeah. What else can we? What else craziness can we say? We saw that insane start. Well, I don't see a thumbs up.
Hope so.
Did you see a thumbs up from the ref?
I didn't, but I hope.
Just for history's sake,
yeah,
I hope that he got
it. For Chad.
I mean, there was a second left. He got there in 7 seconds.
From my perspective, I can't see if he hits the button. All I can see is him going over it. I look up, there's 1 second left on the clock.
The refs are talking about it. I do not see a thumbs up, so it doesn't look like Chad got it. What a noble attempt.
Too bad, man.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch. So Houston Heat going to take the loss here to Level. Impressive. Well, yeah, let's look at this replay. Yeah, so I mean, that was impressive. We can see it here from this other angle is Chad coming through, even shot at the guy, and then just completely sells it with the full send here. Chad Boucher coming through, he gets 1, he gets 2, and then is just going to launch and get horizontal, hits the buzzer, catapults over the bunker. And like you said, Rich, I think when I looked at the clock, he had about a second left when that happened. So, oh, the point was good. So
nice work, buddy.
We just got a new record for fastest point ever scored. As far as I know.
It's
wow.
Official.
What a crazy day. Impact and Diesel left to go, and Outlaws and DMG Sunday implications here. 2021 NXL Mid-Atlantic Major. It's getting crazy. I'm Manny Marshall with Rich Telford. Man, I hope you guys have been able to watch all of today. It's
Enjoy.
interesting
Enjoy the
out
chaos.
here. We'll be back here shortly. Stick with us.